Hello people for the one last time. So finally we have concluded our advanced accounting marathon here in Chennai. So a big round of applause for yourself. For making sure that I see that many of you have been attending from day 1 to day 5. I know it's not easy because marathon regular classmates, usually the traffic is two-way. I talk, you also talk. So the interaction of you is on the higher side in regular class because we have luxury of time. But in marathon, the main constraint itself is the time. So it's always one-way traffic. Me talking, you listening. And that, my dear friends, I know that it is not easy at all. I've been there, sat there, so I know that. Right? So most of you have pushed yourself to kind of see through those 5 days from whatever, we took 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever session, so you attended. So kudos to you for that. So mighty happy with your commitment in that regard. All right. Yes. So now people, as per as I am concerned, whatever best I think that I could do, I feel I've executed. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm just saying with the available time, what best I could do, I feel I've put it across. Hopefully my best is going to be sufficient for your attempt. But if you're saying yes, that is awesome, Macha. Right. But from now onwards, I think I am passing that responsibility fully to you. Now onwards, I think I can, as a team, me Allah, for that matter, any teacher now will not have any role. Now it's entirely yours to make sure that one, you write the exam. To make sure that first obligation is to make sure that you write the exam. Don't even have a notion in your head that if not this attempt, I will write after 3 months. Please don't do that. Okay. Hook or crook you have registered means you will write. First commitment is that. Take out that notion out that I will skip attempt. Skipping should never be the option at all. No matter what your level of preparation is, still you will go ahead and write the exam. First commitment. Okay, I always say this. Sir, you can break the commitment which you have made to me, to your friends, to your parents, to your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever. But you should never break the commitment which you have made to yourself. That we should always honor. Others you can break, no problem. We can't keep up everything. But the promises that you have made to yourself, you should never break. Because the more and more promises you break, confidence will go on reducing. You look for shortcuts. The more and more things you honor, right? When the moment you say something, no, the public or the others should think that he has said means it will be done. That sort of a confidence you need to establish for yourself. You don't have to rely on the agreements. We don't have to rely on the contract. The moment somebody says a word, right? If you can trust that, it will be done. That is the best kind of things. Okay. Ideally, you should strive to achieve that in my view. Right. So first commitment is what, sir? You will definitely write the exams. That is one. Second one is keep this not as a pressure cooker, as cool as possible. After all, it is a exam. Your life is not stake. Nobody is asking your kidney here. Right? This is not a grave situation. After all, it is a exam. And this is not the first exam you are writing. From LKG, UKG, first standard, second standard, you have been writing exam, no? You have a lot of practice. Why are we so scared about CA exam? It is also, after all, a exam. If you prepare well, this also you will pass. Nothing like that. Okay? So, just keep this very cool. Keep your confidence always high. Don't worry about the negative thoughts. I know it's easy to say that ignore the negative thoughts. I know that whenever you're reading something, if something does not click, if you're not able to understand what the explanation teacher gave or how you understood, because, sir, CA syllabus is very voluminous. It is not possible for everyone to remember everything at all times. Right? Few little bit here and there leakages will happen. That is part and parcel. Do not worry about that. And passing mark is not 100. It is only 50. In aggregate. An individual paper it is only 40. So ICAI is not expecting 100% precision from you. They are only expecting 40% precision. Maybe if you just look at it at a higher level, maybe they are expecting how much precision? 50% if you have clarity. ICAI is saying you can proceed to next level. Much we can give, no sir. Not 100%, just 50%. That means 50% ICAI only is telling you can go wrong. You can go wrong. You can forget. You can make mistakes. But mistake level acceptable is only 50%. I think that's a decent level of margin which they have kept. It is not too high, right? So I feel yes, we still have the advantage in our favor only, and moreover now being the MCQ pattern and all, we have a lot of advantage. Even if you don't know things, we can still score few marks because there is an element of luck. Because when we wrote the examination, there was no luck because we didn't have MCQ at all. Everything was descriptive. So everything was based on what we write, how it gets valued. But that's not the case with you. 30 marks is straight away your luck factor. It is there. Whether you accept it or not, luck factor is there over there. Because even if you don't know the question, you can still select an option and end up getting the marks. That was never there for anyone in the last. It's only come for you people when the syllabus change happened. So that way you are a lucky lot. And when we wrote, it was 2 attempts in a year. So if 1 attempt was gone, means 6 months we had to go through that emotional struggle. Right? Nobody likes to see the word pass, fail in their exam card. Right? But now it is like hardly 2-3 months, somehow it will, like, you can manage much better. No, 3 months is better than 6 months. So comparatively, I feel you guys are in a better position. You have a better advantage. So make use of that. So don't start cribbing that this so that to this and all. Now it is not the time to crib. Now it is time to execute. Don't ask the question, how many hours should I study? You will study how many hours that you need to complete the syllabus. That should be the attitude. If I have to study 14 hours, I will study 14 hours. If I have to study 10 hours, I will study 10 hours. The aspect should be, or the clarity should be, as much as possible, I will cover it up. The moment your mindset become like that, then there will not be time for thinking all these negative things, whether I will pass or you are so busy preparing that you are forgotten about the result only. So get busy in that regard. Don't worry about the outcome. Many people don't too much worry about the outcome, how the paper will come, whether I will pass or not. People, that will happen after 1.5 months. I think still 1.5 months roughly is there. So that will come after 45 days. Why are you worried about the thing that's going to come after 45 days? Worry about today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about this. Just worry about the next 1 hour, what you're going to do. So drill down the target. Okay. So many people ask, sir, how to study, sir? Sir, very simple. If I were you, if you have 45 days, you just check how many days is available, how much syllabus is pending. Now, if I were you, I would always break the available time into studying and revising. Many students only focus on studying part. They never focus on revision part. People, I'll tell you with guarantee over here, if you don't revise, the chances of you remembering all the concept, very, very less. It is scientifically proved. Apparently, they say we lose 20% of the information. Whatever you have learned today, 20% of that will be gone by tomorrow. In a week's time, in 1 week's time, almost 95% of the information is gone. That means what you studied now after 1 week, you may not remember. Because no, in this environment, we are getting so much of information overdose. No? Because back then it was very simple because people didn't have mobile phone. The only entertainment for them was what TV, newspaper, right? But here, no, you have one crazy device called mobile. Wonderful also, equally crazy also, because it never stops popping. Keep buzzing, keep coming. Oh, so that happened to this happened to like this. You have 101 stories. Many people will be scrolling. What happened to our Donald Trump? Let him take care of his business, Noda. What if Donald Trump is doing something means how it will affect Pa? Let us focus on ours. But still we cannot control that because so much of information overdose. So that being said, you should always devote some element of time for revision. If I were you, I would always keep if suppose I'm just making a rough plan over here and just saying, I'm not saying you should follow this. This is what I would have executed. 30 days I would have allocated for studies. 15 days for revision. Many of you are writing only one group, right? Many of you are writing, majority I think are writing one group over there. So 30 days you allocate for studies. That means that gives you what, sir? 10 days per subject and 5 days revision per subject. I always used to keep the funda like this. Whatever time you are taking to study the syllabus, half that time will be spent for first revision. 10 ka half is 5. Next revision will be half of this. So next revision will be what? 2.5 days. Usually 1.5 2 days you should bring down the revision. Why 1.5 2 days? Your when one exam in accounts passes, first exam you get a lot of time, but once the first exam is passed, for the next exam you roughly get only 1.5 days. So you should clearly know what I am going to study in 1.5 days. Many students don't even know what they have to study. They'll be scrolling through the books. They'll be spending a lot of time in scrolling what to study, how much to study. No, you should have a clarity in that 1.5 days, what you're going to go through, how you're going to go through. Once if you have already revised, you'll have a clarity as to what needs to be done. So focus, do not ignore the revision part of things. Revision is what which helps you to retain the concepts. No matter how many days you have, I would still at least keep one revision, at least. If you are scoring for better marks, ranks, then this revision has to be increased. Multiple revisions you do, the better chance of you scoring higher marks. That's all I would say. And I don't believe in fancy strategies and all this stuff. If you ask me how I cleared, same funda, ICAI material resources, RTP, MTP for last 2 or 3 attempts maximum. Beyond this, I did not bother about any test series, no private books, nothing. This is good enough for you to crack the examination. Don't worry about this book, that book, or this my student, my friend cleared by watching that class, so by referring that book. Don't change. It's not about material. It's about how you study. Material doesn't count. Even if you have seen many students who have solved only 2 to 3 questions. They would have solved 25 questions, but they would have solved only 2 to 3. But their understanding of that 2 to 3 is so much that they can still crack the exam. But there are many people who have this mug-up approach. They'll aggregate in recorded students. Okay, they will keep comparing. Question 5 you did this, question 11 you're doing that. Why here, why that? Basically, they want only formula. They don't want to know why this was done, why that was done. So if you are thinking too much on the formula approach, it becomes a little difficult because how much will you remember? And in exam, same will not come. It will come with a slight twist. Then they'll be like, "Ayo, what to do?" So focus more towards why a particular adjustment is being done, or more of a conceptual clarity as what we say, than focusing too much on the quantum of question. So it's not about how many questions you solve. It's always about how you solve that question. What clarity you have in solving that question. That defines how well you will tackle the examination. Okay, that is one. Okay, this is about how much time to devote. How to study, if I'll have to say. People, many students ask me this also. Sir. Class, okay, sir, we will sit for 5 to 6 hours. So, but the moment we go home, we make a plan to study 10 hours, sir, but we only study for 2 hours. The moment we open the book, we feel like closing it and watching something else. Not you. I think almost everybody goes through this. Personally, what I say is, basically, it's a lack of focus. So how do we increase it? So if you ask me, this is again just my opinion. Again, people, whatever I'm saying is just my thought process. You're free to follow, you're free to discard, you're totally your call, right? What I feel is, you can't bring your focus to one area. Focus has to be brought towards all area. Like here, just as an example, if I have to say, you are attending a class, right? In the class, if you're talking to a neighbor frequently, that means what? You are getting distracted, right? That is one. When you're eating food, are you really eating food? No, on one hand, yes, that side my mobile will be running, some video will be running. So are you really eating? No. We cover up giving a fancy name called multitasking. Faltu. Sir, you can't do, our brain can't process multiple information like that. Or if you spend your whole life processing multiple things, no, then how can you study one thing at a time, sir? Like almost, it's like telling 15 or 10 hours a day you are spent distracting yourself. You're doing multiple activities. When you're attending in the class also, you're checking mobile, you're talking to your friends, you're thinking about what will happen in future, all this. So when you are essentially what you're doing is you're practicing distraction. Now suddenly on one fine day, you want to sit in one location and study for 10 hours a day without getting distracted. How it will happen? Throughout your life, you have practiced distraction. Now suddenly you want to get focused. That will not happen. If you want to get focused, you have to bring that focus to every aspect of your life. Bring about small changes. If you are eating, I would say simple practice. Don't watch your phone. Observe how many times you are chewing food. Simple way to bring back the focus. Tell yourself, I will swallow only after I chew it 20 times. That means you're counting. That means your attention is going here and there, or it is there only. Like this. Bring your attention, whatever you are doing, like the way you are listening now, you're not anywhere else. You are only here. Bring that aspect to every aspect of your life. Then your studies also will become easier. You don't have to ask anyone any advice as to how to study. You have practiced focus on every area of your life, that even studies also will become automatically easy. But if you're practicing distraction on every other area and expect to get focus in this area, I personally feel that's not going to happen to a great extent. Okay, so just do that. For the time being, leave. Okay, I mean, I don't know, but as much as possible, try to focus on this also. I mean, bring back your focus on whatever you are doing. Be 100% involved. I think studies also the study hours also, you will be able to focus a lot more, is what personally I would like to think about. Okay. Another one I feel is, please do not ignore the health. The last thing you want to do is fall sick on the examination day or examination weekend, skip the exam. We have had that students also, where they say preparation was super. Preparation was super. Even I've seen few of our students only. I thought he's going to get a rank, one particular student especially. We have seen this with many. One student in Bangalore, I literally thought he'll get a rank. He was very good in terms of class and all, no, very cooperative. In fact, the moment I used to tell the provision, he never used to allow me to speak only. He used to tell that provision first, so then I used to be like, okay. Then I used to say. He was that good. So we thought he will pakka get a rank. One attempt he did not write only. Why? Fever. So the last thing you want is some health issue which is causing some trouble for your examination. I know that some of you are staying in PG, so and all that, so watch out. So don't left, right, center go on hogging junk food, because when you are at home suddenly, especially from like many people from the tier 2 cities, they would have come to big cities like Chennai, Bombay, Bangalore and all for coaching. After 2-3 months they would have gone to their hometown. Then your mommy will be like, oh kanda, oh bacha, come, right? After so many months you have come, we'll eat. And if you have observed this also, sir, when you are occupied, no, you will eat less. When you have nothing to do, have you remember, you feel more hungry? Sit one day without doing nothing, your automatically tummy will be like, I need more food. So be watchful of what you eat, because if you are eating so much also, then your body will focus more towards digesting food. Then you'll automatically, if you have observed this also, one buffet you have today if you want. After buffet food, have you observed, immediately will be like, have you observed this? Because that is your system way of telling, boss, you have given me too much food now, I want to digest. So all other function will be shut down. Now before studies, a full biryani, full plate biryani. Now you say accounting standard 15. That only. It will not happen. I'm not saying don't eat. I'm just saying eat cautiously. If you support your body also will support you. If you trouble your body, the trouble will trouble you. Our Balaya dialogue. Yes. So don't do that. Yes. So support. Be cautious of that. I know, I mean, obviously you are the best person to judge what you need to eat, how you need to eat and all. That I will not comment, but as much as possible, eat healthy, get some sunlight, do some exercises, little bit, whatever it is, whatever. If you are into sports, play at least half an hour a day. Just go out, walk, a small walk or a small game, whatever is to your liking, do it. Because physically you need to be fit for you to, this also makes a small little differences. Yes, people. Alright, but overall, always approach with a positive mindset. Believe that you can. That's the first thing. Nobody will believe in you, trust me on that. Right? Everybody will say, but at the end of the day, all are for ourselves. Right? Don't compare that your friend has studied this much, he has studied or she has studied. It is your exam, your race. Who has to run? You yourself. It's your own certificate that is on the line. Right? So only focus on the things. It's okay to be selfish when it comes to studies. So you don't have to worry about friendship and all will stay. Friend will not go. After exam, friendship can be maintained. And if at all, whatever you feel is distracting you, try to avoid that. Whatever according to you. I feel for many of them, mobile is a big distraction. Especially few apps. It's difficult to control people. right? You can say I will only watch Snapchat or Instagram only for half an hour, but it's quite difficult, right? Everyone starts with this only, half an hour I will watch. But when you stop eventually cutting and see, it will be more than 2-3 hours. Yes or no? So whatever you feel is distracting, you remove that from your app. It's okay. You might have heard many rankers telling you, I uninstalled WhatsApp, I uninstalled Instagram. It's not that like they are forcing themselves. It is just that they don't want unnecessary restriction. I feel for everything there is a time. If to do everything there is a time. If you don't believe me, like people last 15 days mein almost I could say 15 days last 1 month mein I'm traveling only because I didn't have classes. I was only traveling. Don't ask me where and all I went. I went to a few places in India, outside India, everywhere. Okay. Full enjoyment. There are days where I have enjoyed. I think I should not say that in front of camera. Okay. Let me control there. Okay. So let us say that there are days where it was a little crazy. I had crazy amount of fun also. Right. But it is always, but right now I've come back. Now this is what, sir. Now also I could also say no. Who will take? They said, in fact, they told me take classes in Bengaluru. Why are you going to Chennai? Because I didn't take class for you people, right? I think some other faculty took. They said do it in Bengaluru only. Why are you going for Chennai? But I have a lot of recorded students in Chennai, right? I know that there are. I thought at least it will be a meet and greet. I want to know at least once I'll be able to see their face. This time around only you. I mean, usually what happens? You are aware of me. I am never aware of you people because I have not seen your face. I thought, okay, once let me come and see like what is the scope here. So that mention, I said I'll come. And I'm very particular about food. I don't like to eat from outside food. In fact, after the class, I go and cook. Can you believe that? I'll be dead tired, to be honest. After taking 7 hours class, I'll not have the energy to go and cook. But I'll still be like, no. Because my thought process is very simple. If I order food, I've been traveling since the last almost 1 month now. My body is little getting adjusted to. I'm in Bangalore, suddenly I'm in Chennai. Now, if I eat some food, if my body is not able to take in, then marathon class will get, I may not be able to do justice. So I said, no, it's okay, no problem, I will cook. Yesterday, only first time I had one biryani because I felt anyway today is last class, so let's try. I think last batch someone had told to try some SS biryani, something they had told. I ordered that. They gave this much for you. Karma Kanda. Looking that only, I was like, what is this? So, I am one person. You are giving 4 people ka food. Yeah, I couldn't finish even half of that. Yeah. Luckily, I gave it to someone, but that's a different issue. What I'm trying to say is, for everything, there is a time. There is a time to enjoy. There is a time to study. There is time to do everything. Right now, for you, the time is buckle up and study. After you write the examination, ICAI only takes 1.5 months to evaluate your paper. That time, bindas, you enjoy, who's preventing you. So now you focus only on your studies. In the next 1.5 months, I say don't even look at books. Focus only on enjoying. Whatever gives you enjoyment, do it. I always feel life, every aspect of life should be explored. I'm not the person who says you only study, you only work. Whatever you want, you should do it. But you should do it at the right time is my fundamental. Okay. So I believe the right time for you, current time of yours is only to study and nothing else. But there will come a time where you can relax, chillax and whatever it is. That is a little later, not now. Okay. Yes. So yes. So with that in mind, I think, and maybe one more thing, probably I'll address this. So when you go to your examination hall, always, I think your examination is around 114 marks ka paper with the choice. People, I always say this, always expect 20 to 30 marks to be bouncer. Meaning new questions. Doesn't matter how much RTP you have done, from whom you have taken coaching, how much study material you have done. 20 to 30 marks easily will be a new question every attempt. Okay, number varies, but there will be a new question. Okay, it doesn't matter whichever faculty in India you have taken coaching from, still it will be new. Nobody would have covered that. All right, but that doesn't mean that in 114 this is gone, means you still have what, sir? 75 to 80 marks you still have. No, I feel always your area of focus should be here. Try to score heavily here. If you write properly with proper provision, with proper formats and things like that, you can score 60, 65. We have seen many students attempting 70, getting 60. We have seen if you write it properly, you will be awarded marks. Don't spread rumors that ICAI never gives marks, right? If you write it properly, if it matches, they will give pa. All right. So I still feel you should focus on this. Do you think if this went well, if it went really well, what will be your confidence? If you have written really this well, obviously your confidence will be on the higher side. Sir, if confidence in higher means here, no, something will click. Somehow you would have heard something. Okay, you would have learned something will click. Instead of getting 1 to 2 marks, you may end up getting 4 to 5 marks. So that means overall score from 60 can become 70, 75 also. Okay, so don't freak out by looking at this. Always go with a preconceived notion that some question in every paper is going to be new, and I know this. So first try to answer this part. Once you have answered that part with the time, focus on the time, how much time you are taking. Time management is quite important. Once you have done this well, I'm pretty sure this one you can do something, and there is a good chance that you'll score something out of this. Even if you don't know anything from this, still some marks you'll be able to score. So yes, that's what I would say, right? So at the end of the day, it's all about how you think about yourself. If you think you can crack this examination, you are absolutely right. If you think you cannot crack it, then also you are absolutely right. It all depends on the way your thought process, your self-belief. Because examination, a teacher can't help you. Examination is something which you will have to do it on your own. It is possible. I feel we have all done it. I believe in you, right? It's only a matter of time that whether you believe in yourself and whether you not only believe in yourself but also execute that plan, whatever you have made, right? If that matches, I believe this is just an exam. Degree is not far away. But on that note, I will wind up. Okay, thank you for your lovely time and patience. I had a great time. Hope whatever little knowledge I had was helpful to you. Thank you.